Thanks so much for coming out for today's auction.
With lockdowns lifting in Australia's biggest cities, in-person auctions
40
to 150
are adding fuel to an already hot property market.
Bang it.
It is sold. Congratulations, well bought.
This couple, keen to upgrade, outbid a first-home buyer, snapping up this two-bedroom property in Sydney's inner west for $2.27 million. $470,000 above the price guide.
Definitely feel for first home buyers. It's going to be tough for them to get in and crack the market unless they get help from the family, let's just say, or win lotto.
The house was last sold in 2016 for $1.45 million. The owners are thrilled.
Yeah, absolutely relieved. That money will just help with renovations in the next place. So, couldn't be happier with the result.
Across the country, property prices rose 1.5% in October, led by gains in Brisbane, Adelaide and Hobart, but prices fell in Perth. Over the year, values are up more than 21% nationally, with regional Australia, Hobart, Canberra and Sydney leading the way.
The main factors contributing to a slowdown in growth rates includes greater affordability constraints, more new supply coming onto the market, as well as the winding back of some of that housing-related stimulus like home builder and stamp duty concessions.
Property prices in Hobart are unaffordable for Ashley May. The mental health nurse who cares for her disabled mother says the Australian dream of owning your own home is out of reach.
I just want a place to call mine. I would feel safe. I would feel secure. I would feel like I had a future.
One thing helping to slow the market is a surge in new properties going up for sale.
We've probably seen a slight easing in the number of registered bidders per property since that stock has risen back up. So there's probably slightly better buying conditions, but it's still fairly strong competition.
Assessments for home loans are now being tightened. But Melbourne mortgage broker Amber Linzer says that won't stop the fear of missing out among buyers.
They're wanting to know what their borrowing capacity is, but they're also wanting to be aware that they can continue to afford that.
The record low interest rates that have been fueling the property boom could come to an end sooner than expected. Money markets are already pushing interest rates higher, but the Reserve Bank is adamant that it will keep rates on hold for another 3 years. In the last month, 22 lenders have already raised their 3-year fixed mortgage rates, and those for 4 or 5 years are now more expensive.
There are a lot of Australians who have maxed out their borrowing capacity to get into a white-hot property market. One cash rate hike or 2 cash rate hikes could plunge them into mortgage stress.
This first home buyer is at the top of his borrowing capacity and has been outbid at 6 auctions.
Basically, it's at the absolute maximum. Obviously serviceable. We wouldn't go past that, but it's uncomfortably serviceable.
The prospect of higher interest rates is something he's trying to ignore.
I guess I've blacked that out a little bit which is probably not a good thing to say, but it's because you're in the game of trying to buy. They are what they are right now.
A housing market only benefiting those with property to sell.